Birmingham City's current identity is built on contradiction. The team plays with urgency on the pitch, yet the squad structure beneath it remains fragile, short of natural width and transitional threat. That tension is felt most clearly in the wide areas, where energy is demanded but depth is limited. Supporters at St Andrews can sense it. Results are coming, but there is a constant undercurrent of concern about sustainability. The side are winning while walking a tightrope, leaning heavily on intensity without fully supporting it with durable specialist profiles. That strain exposes the tactical importance of the wide roles. Modern championship football punishes predictability, particularly when opponents block central spaces and force teams to progress from the outside. Birmingham's structure asks wide players to stretch the pitch, recover quickly, and repeat those actions relentlessly. When those roles are filled by adaptation rather than specialists, the press weakens and the mood in the stands shifts from confidence to conditional belief. Applause gives way to scrutiny. Right now, the club's identity sits on that fine edge. Abdulimana was meant to be the correction. Birmingham City pushed to sign the winger over the weekend, but the deal with Mjällby AIF has collapsed and will not be revisited in its current form. What was expected to move quickly instead unraveled, leaving the squad unchanged and the plan exposed. That breakdown matters for more than appearances. As an asset, a 21-year-old winger offered clear upside, a controllable development curve, rising market value, and resale potential aligned with Championship to Premier League pathways. His output in Sweden already reflected growth rather than peak performance. Losing that profile pushes Birmingham back into a narrower market, dominated either by short-term fixes or inflated domestic fees. The impact is immediate. Without a natural wide runner to absorb minutes, the physical burden increases on existing attackers, heightening fatigue and dulling pressing intensity. Morale also takes a knock when ambition is visible but execution falls short. The management risk is obvious. In January, opportunity cost accumulates fast and the medium-term danger is tactical stagnation once opponents adapt. Attention now turns to Jean Solis, and that shift alters the equation. As an asset, a La Liga-tested midfielder with close to 50 top-flight appearances offers stability rather than explosive value growth. There is still resale potential, but the curve is flatter. The squad impact is different too. Reinforcement in central areas helps manage physical load through rotation and ball retention, protecting the back line and reducing exposure in transition. What it does not address, however, is the shortage out wide, leaving those roles overstretched. The risk here is misalignment. Strengthening centrally while the flanks thin out can distort the tactical balance and reduce flexibility against teams pressing high. Potential departures only intensify the pressure. Moves involving Mark Leonard and Lyndon Dykes would remove depth and experience. Asset value would leave without immediate replacement, compressing the squad's safety margin. Physically, remaining players face heavier minute loads across competitions. Rotation becomes reactive rather than planned, and morale can suffer when utility roles replace clarity. The management risk escalates when January exits are not matched by arrivals, forcing short-term compromises that carry into the spring run-in. Chris Davies' public composure masks a slim margin. Winning games buys time, not solutions. Effective squad planning requires parallel tracks, immediate contributors, and future value carriers. Squad health depends on spreading stress across players built for their roles, not patched into them. Tactical risk grows once opponents identify predictable pressure points and target fatigued areas. The Championship is unforgiving in that regard. Birmingham City's direction now depends on whether this setback becomes a recalibration or the start of a pattern. Transfer windows shape trajectories, missed deals expose structure, recovered strategy restores identity. The club must decide whether it is building a squad designed to endure or merely surviving a positive run. The answer will not come through statements, but through the profiles that do or do not arrive next.